I'm over here in Kinnoul Road in Fulham. We was asked to look at this job. There was paint all over the building, and as a result, dampness coming into the internal flats. We were asked to obviously remove the paint, which we've done. But whilst we removed the paint, we found a load of restoration issues. A couple of them were quite hard to stomach, because once you remove the paint, you never know what's behind there. And when you look at the building on the right hand side in flat A, there was actually red bricks all around, where someone had actually just literally used a cheap brick instead of matching the existing. So we had to tint all those bricks to make it look uniform. We then decided to take all the pointing out because it was sand and cement, and we've used actually a lime-based mortar, which is a lot softer than the surrounding bricks. And then above that, we changed the lead cornice in detail because water was literally running down and cascading and coming down the building. So what the leads allowed us to do is to leave a lap on top with almost like a cladding, and it just leaves a drip detail. So when the water actually hits the building, it would actually run away from the actual elevation rather than cascade and keep continuously running down, which then attacks the timbers and everything else. The top parapet was literally in bits, so we had to use a lime-based render on that parapet. We brought that back up and made sure that the capping above that was also at that overhang again, so the water didn't attack the paint or eventually the actual render. What we see a lot is when people have their windows changed, and a lot of people do because they're usually upgrading for double glazing. What happens is that the window fitters put the windows in, but usually around the windows the fillets are usually gone, or they're not being put in properly. So we've got to go over all these fillets as well. Also, what was picked up by a RIC survey was that the actual render that was used here was actually a sand and cement. It was far too hard for the building, and of course that was trapping moisture in the building. We've changed that, so it's got lime in there now, so that breathes, and then we put a permeable paint on there, so that permeable paint allows it to dry naturally. We've also got a fillet along the bottom base of the wall, so that's removing and expelling water away from the actual elevation at all times. Overall, we believe the client is more than happy, and I think the results speak for themselves. It really stands out, and it's one that we're proud of, and we can stand back and look at it and admire it.